Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next answer copy of our Aim for Agriculture series. So as you all know that we are having Aim for Agriculture series in which we are having daily answer writing practice and weekly full tests. So today we are going to discuss the copy of day 46. We have already discussed copies till day 45 and we will see what were the questions asked and how the student has approached the answers. And by analyzing these types of copies, you can also enhance your answer writing skills. You can get a fair bit of help from these types of answers. Okay, you can see how to introduce, how to conclude, how to write certain points, how to structure your answer, how to write certain examples. So all these things can be very helpful in your answer writing journey also. So let's start. The first question is, what is seed viability, and discuss the reasons for loss of seed viability and also enlist tests for seed viability. So what is seed viability? It refers to the ability of a seed to germinate and develop into a healthy seedling under optimal conditions. If the seed is able to germinate very nicely and properly, that means the seed viability is good. And if the seed is not able to germinate properly, then we can also say that seed viability is not up to the mark. Okay, now we will see the reasons for loss of seed viability. First of all, age of seed. Okay, so every seed has a certain amount of age after which they start losing viability. Okay, and depending on the kind of crop it is, the viability decreases as per the age. Okay, for example, some seeds of crops such as maize and wheat, there is lower germination in old age seed as compared to fresh seed. So these are some of the things which are dependent on age. Secondly, improper storage. Due to improper storage, there the seed is not able to maintain its viability properly. There are uneven temperatures, uneven humidity, poor ventilation. Sometimes there are pest attacks. So all these things lead to seed deterioration. Sometimes there are mechanical damages also. There are some fungal infections, bacterial infections. So all these things reduce the viability of seed. Next, there could be mechanical damage, as I said, to the seed coat or anything embryo during or seed coat or the embryo during handling, harvesting, or any process which can lead to losing of seed viability. There could be pest and disease attack, which we have just discussed. There could be some genetic factors which can also reduce the viability of seed. There could be poor seed maturation. The seeds have been stored before maturation, or they had been harvested before maturations. So, if the seed is not properly mature, or if it is immature, its viability will certainly reduce, and it will be seen in the germination process of those seeds. Okay, so as these are some of the good points, and if you want to read the answers, you can simply pause the video and read the answers, because as I will be discussing the important points in brief. So if you want to read the answers, simply pause the video and read it. Now, what are the tests of seed viability? It could be germination test. You can read and you can pause and read the purpose and method of germination test. It could be tetrazoleum test. It could be excised embryo test. It could be conductivity tests. So through all these tests, we can get to know the viability of seeds. Okay. Now let's move to the second question. The second question is, discuss some of the emerging technology in agriculture which needs to be extended to farmers using transfer of technology. So what are those emerging technologies which needs to be extended to the farmer, or which needs to be given to the farmer? The farmers should be trained about these technologies, because this could be very helpful in their agriculture practices. So what are those technologies? First and foremost, and it is very much in news, that is precision farming. So what precision farming is, that is including GPS, Internet of Things, remote sensing, GIS. All these things can be included in precision farming, which can enhance the efficiency of inputs. It can enhance the yields. So all these things can be done through precision farming. We can use drones for crop monitoring. Nowadays drones are used to detect pest infestations. They are used to spray certain kinds of pesticides, fertilizers. So drones are getting very much helpful in agricultural operations. so that can be extended to farmers. Artificial intelligence and machine learning, although this point can be integrated into precision farming if the student could, because it is a kind of part of precision farming also, because here certain kind of data patterns, decision making patterns can be made using the artificial intelligence. Okay, there are soil health sensors. Okay, then we have biofortification is a new thing through which we can enhance the quality of the grains. We can add certain kinds of vitamins, certain kind of proteins, anything which is not naturally present in the grains can be biofortified. Okay, not only grains, in vegetables, fruits, anything. Okay, CRISPR, that is genetic engineering tool. Okay, vertical farming and hydroponics, but all thing I think the CSIR PSR, okay, this is a good tool, but this is not a tool to extend to farmers. It is only produced in the labs and in the agriculture universities. They are just provided to farmers. Those technologies, those seeds produced through these technologies are provided to farmers, but overall it's okay. If the students have written it, we can just a little bit of modify it so that the examiner could understand that it is not directly extended to farmers, but the products formed due to these technologies can be helpful to farmers. Next, vertical farming and hydroponics. This is what we can extend to farmers. Okay, blockchain for supply chain transparency. This is again is not to be directly extended to farmers, but it is a good technology. Okay, smart irrigation system. This is what can be extended to farmers. Solar power agriculture. Now we have solar power pumps, solar power, different kind of equipments. So these are some of the fair points, although some points can be little bit modified because those points are not, those things are not directly extended to farmers. But I think overall you have developed the idea how to approach this type of answer. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Next question is, discuss the package of practices for tomato. So when it comes to package of practices, I must let you know that every year a couple of questions comes from package of practices. It is for sure. So all the crops which are in MSP, all the important fruit crops, all the important flower crops, all the important vegetable crops, any crop which is in news. Okay, for example, in 2023, millets was in news. So, like those, any crops which is in news. For example, now Dhara Mustard 11 is in particularly in news for 1 2 years. So, anything like those, all the important crops would be covered because they will ask certain questions from it. And many times, what happens in package of practices, there are certain similar point. Suppose we have seen a kharif crop, kharif grain, for example, rice. Then other kharif grains will have some similarity with it. So we have to also develop to understand those similar patterns which could be written. For example, in seed treatment, suppose Azarois pilgrim is used in seed treatment. So in lot of almost all seeds can be treated by which, suppose there is a pesticide or there is a fungicide. Suppose that fungicide is a, okay. So that fungicide can be used in treatment of all the fungus of all the crops. So through these things, we can develop a pattern in package of practices, and that will make the package of practices to attempt package of practices easier. Okay. So let's start for tomato cultivation. Obviously, climate, it requires a warm climate with temperatures around 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. Soil, suppose here loamy soil, well-drained loamy soil. So most of the crops grow in the loamy soil only. Loamy soil is one of the best soil for crop growth because it has the equal proportions of sand, sleet, and clay. So whenever you don't know what to write in soil, simply write loamy soils. 95% of the times it is correct only. Okay. The only thing which is different, that is varieties. So we have to remember the varieties of all the crops. There is no shortcut to it. Okay. For example, in tomatoes there are Pusa Ruby, Akra Bikas, Punjab, Chuhara, etc. Next we have land preparation. We can do tilling. We had to do bed preparation. We had to do fertilizer application. So these are some common operations which have to be performed in all the crops. So likewise, we have to develop a certain pattern through which we can attempt the package of practices question. Seed and sowing is there. Seed rate, sowing methods, spacing. So we will see that sowing methods, such for example nursery method, terrain method, they are similar to many various vegetables crop. So you can make pattern here. Irrigation frequency is mentioned, drip irrigation is mentioned. Okay, nutrient management, how to apply NPK. We can also apply here farmyard manures. We can apply organic manures. Weed management have been mentioned. We need to do regular weeding. We can apply herbicides when the amount of weed is high. For example, the herbicide mentioned here is pendimethalin. So it is not that pendimethalin can be used in tomato only. in most of the crops it could be nicely used. That is what we have to remember. So just 2 3 chemicals and that could be applied in almost all the crops. Pest and disease management, some common pests of all the crops have been should be remembered, some common disease should be remembered. So that will be help, that will be very helpful. Stacking and pruning have been mentioned, harvesting have been mentioned. So you can simply pause and read the points if you want to. So overall a well written answer. Post harvest management is mentioned and very nicely everything has been well covered. So I hope you understood the answers that were asked in day 46 and you have understood how to approach the answers. So that is all for today. If you liked it, please press the like button. Please do share and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis. रेगुलर बेसिस पे ऐसे वीडियोस बनाने के लिए काफी हार्ड वर्क लगता है एंड इफ यू लाइक, इफ यू शेयर, इफ यू सब्सक्राइब, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.